Hello, and welcome to this World Frenemies video. Today, let's take a small break from modern politics and go back a few hundred years to when the 650 years old alliance formed. The alliance that we're talking about here is the Anglo-Portuguese alliance. Though at first glance, this might seem like a weird pairing, it is the longest surviving alliance between two countries. So, what is the origin of this partnership? Anglo-Portuguese cooperation first began in 1147, when the English assisted the Portuguese king, Afonso Henriques, conquer Lisbon en route to the Second Crusade. After around 200 years of development, the Anglo-Portuguese alliance was confirmed via the signing of the Treaty of Windsor in 1386. It has remained intact ever since. After 100 years or so though, the agreement met a major hurdle after Spain and Portugal formed the Iberian Union from 1580 to 1640. At the time, Spain was hostile to England, and due to the union, Portugal mostly had to follow the foreign policies of Spain, making it hard for them to honor the agreement. Eventually, in 1640, England supported the Portuguese House of Braganza to take power in Portugal, replacing the House of Habsburg, putting an end to the 60-year dynastic union between Portugal and Spain. England's support during this Restoration War confirmed the Anglo-Portuguese alliance, and the two countries just got closer and closer after supporting each other in various conflicts in future years. One of the more famous instances of Anglo-Portuguese cooperation was during the Napoleonic Wars. Portugal then was isolated in a Europe wholly dominated by Napoleon, but continued to trade with the United Kingdom despite French restrictions. When Portugal was finally invaded, it was the British that helped them regain total sovereignty and independence. Another example of the strong Anglo-Portuguese alliance was during the Second World War. At the time, even though Portugal didn't directly fight alongside Britain and the Allies, but rather remained neutral, they still nevertheless provided aid to them. Portugal's support and neutrality during the Second World War proved to be beneficial to the Allies' efforts in defeating Hitler. Now that we have plenty of background information, let's take a moment to further analyze the friendly relationship between Britain and Portugal. Namely, how did their agreement remain intact for so long? Lord Palmerston once said in the 19th century that Britain has no permanent friends nor permanent enemies. She has only permanent interests. As such, the short answer to the question is that during the nearly 650-year-long partnership, both countries were able to receive strategic benefits from the other. For Portugal, having Britain as an ally has proven extremely vital to its survival, as Britain has assisted Portugal in reclaiming its territory and sovereignty on numerous occasions. Britain has also maintained close trade relations with Portugal because of the alliance. For Britain, Portugal provides them access to ports in the Azores, Brazil, and more, allowing Britain to be able to trade with South America with ease. The economic benefits are relatively neglectable to Britain though, as mentioned in Glinstone's paper on the subject. The main selling point of Portugal for the British government is that it acts as both a buffer zone and entry point, contributing to Britain's victory in several wars. In recent years, since Britain and Portugal are both NATO members and were both part of the EU, they mostly have coordinated their alliance via those organizations rather than their bilateral treaty. However, with the world changing more and more rapidly, and Britain leaving the European Union, it remains to be seen if the two countries can continue to retain their close alliance in the future. If you like that video, please subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified every time we put out a new video. To learn more about this topic, there are links in the description. Thanks for watching.